Minasan, okarina-sai, and if this is your first video of mine, welcome to my idol obsession, your number one source for English seiyuu content. Today, a big guide for you to get into the Bang Dream franchise, and we're just going to jump right into it. Before you start digesting the franchise, you should know the basics, since it's not your traditional idol franchise. In this series, all of the girls play instruments, and they are all very talented at them. In fact, the title Bang Dream is a reference to what they play. The BA is bass, G for guitar, and DR for drums. Every single one of the bands having these three instruments. All of the groups also have 5 members, 3 of which will always be playing one of those instruments. But also most bands have a keyboard player, while some have DJs, and one actually has a violinist. You'll also hear me call the franchise Bandori a lot. That's just the short version of saying Bang Dream. Ban from bang, and dori being the beginning of dream, but with a Japanese accent. Dorim. There are 7 main bands, but only 4 of them perform live, with the vocalists of the other 3 also performing as solo representatives of their bands. There are some exceptions, but I'll get into that more throughout the video. So there are 4 ways you can start your journey. I'll go over each of them in a fair amount of detail, and you can decide what appeals to you the most. The first being just listen to the music. As I said, there are 7 bands. Well, there technically is more, but for the 7 main ones, we've got Poppin Party, who are the face of the franchise and probably the closest thing to idol music, but with instruments. Roselia is the gothic rock band and one of the most popular groups, but when it comes to them, their original bassist and keyboard player had to step down due to health-related issues, and have had new ladies take over since around mid-2018. Suilen is your heavier electronic group and probably the most popular band. Then there is Morfonica. Their sound is rock-like, but with a violin. They are the newest live band, though they have been around for a few years now. As for the 3 groups where only the singers perform live, Hello Happy World is a circus-inspired group with some of the best outfits. Pastel is the very definition of cutesy moe idol music. Their live performer has also since stepped down due to health-related issues, and in this specific case we actually have not gotten a new seiyuu yet, but I can assume that this year we will. Finally, there is Afterglow, and they're best described as a standard rock group. There are also a bunch of crossover songs and covers. Every band does covers of your favorite anime openings and even just Japanese music in general, from shows like Naruto, One Piece, Gundam, and D. Gray Man. Poppin Party even covers a song from the Persona 5 soundtrack. But the crossover songs are also really cool. Sometimes it's 2 full bands, like with Roselia and Afterglow and their song Kyorin Red Violet, and other times it's just one singer, with Yukina, again from Roselia, singing Savior of Song with Ras. Ras is Suilen, by the way. It's the short form of saying their name, just in case that wasn't obvious. Both of these tracks I've mentioned have actually even been performed live as well. All of the bands have a lot of music. Naturally, Poppin Party will have more tracks than Morfonica since they debuted first, but there is plenty of stuff to choose from, and you can find music from all the bands on your local music app and here on YouTube. The franchise itself has an official YouTube, and well, actually it even has 2. One in Japanese and one in English. I also have a playlist made that will be linked down below. However, it's only the live bands and a couple of Pastel Palette songs. This also kind of leads me to the next potential gateway, playing the Girls Band Party mobile game, which should be available in most regions, and it also has a port on the Nintendo Switch, but it's Japan only, unfortunately. However, this is a rhythm game, so you'll probably just want to play on a phone or tablet anyway. I do recommend this for some people because you can get short versions of the songs and have fun while listening to them. If you do decide to play the game, then you'll notice another band that I haven't mentioned yet, that being A Glitter Green, a 4-girl group. They are exclusive to the game and anime, though the lead singer has performed twice at live events, that last time being early 2019. That's it for this section though, and not much to say. It's a simple game that is free to play, and if you want to hear the music nice and quick, this can be exactly what you're looking for. Now we have the third way you can go down the Bandori path, watching the live concerts. There is a lot of content here. Bang Dream as a whole has had 11 full concerts, as well as a few special big festivals. The first 4 lives only consisted of Poppin Party, and technically aren't even the first lives, as Bang Dream actually had 4 other lives prior to the franchise being rebooted. No need to worry about those though, as they're very hard to find and won't really impact your viewing pleasure. But if you are interested, you can check out my Guide to Poppin Party video. Back to lives though, Bang Dream's 5th franchise live, Roselia was present and Suilen was there, but they were then known as the 3rd. They were only the opening act though, and again if you want to learn more about them, you can check out a video I recently made about them. The 4 live bands have appeared at every Bang Dream live since their respective debuts, but also they've had solo lives and big special events. Around 18 lives for Poppin Party, 15 for Roselia, 19 for Ras, like I said they are very popular, and 10 for Morfonica. but they've also all had joint concerts with each other too. As of just recently with the Ras and Poppin Party and then the Roselia and Morfonica duo lives, every group has had a full-length concert with each other. But Ras also had a joint live with the J-Rock group Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas back in 2022, though they never actually performed at the same time like the Bandori groups do at the end of their duo shows. Ras actually is also the only group so far to have a stage play about them. Also, Poppin did a joint concert with the group Silent Siren, who are not part of the franchise. They even actually did 2 lives with them and a full live-action music video. So the non-live performing groups are obviously non-live performing, but like I said, the singers have appeared at some concerts. Mostly Miku from Hello Happy World and Ami from Pastel Palettes, always appearing at a handful of Ras concerts. Ras actually got their start by being the backup band so these girls could perform live. But on topic of Ami from Pastel Palettes, she is actually the one who stepped down from her role. So if you see her live and like her, just know that the next time you see the character Aya, it will be a new face singing as her in live action and naturally voicing her in all media the character appears in. And the lead singers of Glitter Green and Afterglow have also appeared at various events, but only 2 times each. Afterglow's lead singer actually appearing very recently at the Bandori Garupa Fest back in November, where another seiyuu from Hello Happy World who's never performed live before made her debut appearance. The seiyuu for the guitarist of Afterglow has also appeared one time at a Ras event as well. The last concert thing to mention is the band My Go, who are the newest addition to the franchise. The characters have been revealed, but the seiyuu have not, despite actually having 3 live shows, with a 4th one coming soon and them actually opening another 3 lives. The group has not been marketed at all, so I'd say don't even pay attention to these ladies yet, as harsh as it sounds. Just focus on all the other groups for now. All 4 live groups have also appeared at many festivals outside of Bang Dream, like Japan Jam, Animax Musics, and Anisama, having at least 1 band at each event every year since 2017. They've also been guests at talk shows and just other fun events. So if you want something a little different, then you can go digging for those, though they may be hard to find. The 4th and final way to digest this franchise? Just watch the anime. The anime is very straightforward, unlike, say, Love Live or Idolmaster, where each group has their own seasons. When it comes to Bandori, there has been 3 full seasons, where everyone exists in the same universe, but each season does kind of focus on a different band, though Pop and Party are still technically always the main characters. Also, if you've been keeping track, we have 3 seasons but 4 live bands, while Morfonica didn't get a season but 2 special episodes dedicated to them, which was called Morfonication. After you finish the main series, you can also watch the live films, which are not actually films, but they are fully animated concerts, and there is currently 2 of them. As for more traditional movies, well, so far we have 3. 2 solely focused on Roselia, those being Episode of Roselia Part 1 and 2, simple and easy to understand, then a Pop and Party movie called Poppin Dream. I'm pretty sure a Raise the Ceiling movie was announced, but I haven't seen any news on it in a long time, so I might even just be misremembering. But at some point you can also watch the short Garupa Pico OVAs, which are chibi 5-minute or so episodes, and if you're an avid anime watcher, I'm sure you're already used to seeing these. There are 3 seasons, most if not all are available here on YouTube, with subtitles. And the last anime thing to mention is the spin-off series Argo Navis. I think that's how it's pronounced anyway. This is focused on 2 boy bands in the franchise, those being Argo Navis and their rivals, I guess, Gyroaxia. There is only 1 season, and the boys have had about 15 lives since 2018 to 2021. So if you like boy bands, well, go for it. Gyroaxia is the heavier of the 2, so keep that in mind. The final thing to mention is that all of these seiyuu have careers outside of Bang Dream, so you will probably already recognize some of them. If you're already an avid anime watcher, then I'm sure you've heard of Suzuko Momori, Miku Ito, and Ayane Sakura, just to name a few. Also, if you're a D4DJ fan, then you'll be familiar with like 6 of these girls already since they're in both franchises. D4DJ's main character is actually part of Morfonica. Actually, every live band did have at least 1 member that's also in D4DJ, until Roselia's Shizaki had to step down from her role in Happy Around. Anyway, I bring up D4DJ because that is the topic of the next video. So with that, we have reached the ending for this one. I hope you've enjoyed and learned something new. If I did successfully convince you and you aren't already subscribed, please do consider. I talk about the seiyuu in this franchise a lot, and I'm sure I can help you learn more about all of these lovely ladies. Thank you so much for watching. Please join me in the next one about Bandori's sister franchise. I look forward to seeing you there.